So I wanted to make a quick video on my opinion on Wales and how it's changed as time has gone by, and obviously I've grown from being a kid to being an adult now, and why you shouldn't hate Wales, but why it's okay to hate them, right? So I want to start off by saying when I was a lot smaller, I used to always shame people and always call them stupid whenever they spend money on games. Even now, I do think it's a bit dumb, but specifically in gacha games, I think it's fine since that's really like the only way to get every single character in every banner, right? So, I seen a lot of whale hate recently, especially with the release of Wuthering Waves, because of how free to play friendly Wuthering Waves was. And basically, it gets rid of all the skill, right? Like, these whales and Wuthering Waves are one-shotting holograms that take people free to plays 3 to 4 minutes to actually normally clear. And now it's happening in ZZZ, where because of the launch of the game, some free to plays are a bit salty that these whales are already almost completely finishing Shiyu defense. And while I could understand where they're coming from, it's like you really can't hate whales, right? Like, they're willingly spending hundreds or thousands of dollars at the launch of a game just so they can clear something like a week ahead of everyone else. Because let's be honest, once we're able to get level 50, level 60 characters, all the free to plays are going to clear Shiyu defense just as well. There will be no difference, right? It'll only be a difference in clear times and damage numbers. And I want to bring up that whales who are addicted and they aren't financially stable and they continue to spend money on gacha games, it's fine to hate on them. They do need to stop, right? But if there's people who are financially stable and are fine with spending a bit of their side money on these games that bring them enjoyment, then you really shouldn't hate on them. Like, it's just something they're doing for enjoyment, right? People need to understand that when money isn't a priority, your priority changes to something else. So when you don't have to worry about money or living costs and all that stuff, your priority mostly becomes enjoyment, right? That's why all these content creators and all these rich people, like, after they make all this money, they usually go around the world, or they start doing something that actually interests them and brings them enjoyment or makes them feel better, like happier in general, right? Because these people realize that money isn't everything when you already have enough money to sustain yourself. Now, whales, I think, do have a certain level of blame to take for the reasoning behind these games making everything so expensive, right? When a game makes it to where you need to spend thousands of dollars on one character to completely max them out, and people are still willingly spending thousands of dollars to max these characters out, and it's not just a few people, it's quite a bit, as you can tell by the banner sales whenever these games come out. You do take some blame for these companies being so predatory, because gacha games, while popular, aren't yet popular enough to where in the West they can enforce laws on how costly it is for this shit. Like, it's disgusting how expensive gacha game characters are. It doesn't even make sense, right? Well, C6ing one character, you could buy like 20 full price games. Like, that is crazy, right? Elden Ring and the DLC will give you like 1 week of pure peak content for like $100. And that might be the best game you ever play or experience in your lifetime. Versus these gacha games who will bring one character and keep you locked on only being able to play this game 10 to 20 minutes a day until a new patch comes out. And people will still drop thousands and thousands because either they're horny and they fell for the bait for some girl like here. They fell for the bait from the art and the character. Or they just want to see the damage numbers and clear everything easily. And I made this video to say that don't hate whales, right? Because the truth of the matter is, if it weren't for whales, these games wouldn't be lasting as long as they do. I understand both sides, right? Like, for the most part, whales just spend money on the game so that they can find better enjoyment and not have to waste time. Because if you've ever been a free to play in these games, you'll understand why free to plays are jealous of whales, because the free to play experience sucks. You're not always able to get the character you want. You have to play this game like a daily job if you want to have good enough relics to clear the same as everyone else. And it gets to the point where it becomes more frustration instead of enjoyment. And I feel that. And it's why I've quit gacha games so often. It's why I quit Genshin. It's why I take breaks from Honkai Star Rail so often. It's because it's very, I don't know, mentally taxing. Because when I play games, right, I think of laying back, enjoying my time. You know, I play these games for enjoyment, to get away from the real world, to get away from remembering that I have responsibilities and stuff. But these games themselves, these gacha games, become responsibilities, right? You're basically meant to play these every day for 10 to 20 minutes a day. And while, sure, the playtime isn't long, it's the fact that it's every day. And you're on this FOMO that if you miss a few weeks or a few months, you're going to be way behind everyone else who kept grinding and grinding and grinding. And I hate it. It's the aspect I hate the most about these gacha games. Things are too expensive, and free to plays are too stressed out and get too much FOMO because they already can't get everything they want. So when they take a break, it's like, oh, now I'm fucked. Now I'm way behind everybody else, right? But I will say for now, ZZZ's launch is extremely easy, right? I'm in Shiyu Defense. I've cleared up to 6S. I haven't even tried 7 because I just don't have a second team yet that I know won't be able to clear this, right? I have a physical team. I have a physical team right now, which is Nekomata, Piper, and Billy. And then I have Sokaku, M5, almost 6. And the reason I'm not using her yet is because I lost my 50-50 on Ellen at around 62 pity. And right now I'm at around 50 pity something, 50 something pity. And I'm 30 away from hard pity for Ellen. Meaning I'll probably get her in around like a week or two, right? But this game is already very easy to clear. I've seen someone build a Lucy so that she can do 500,000 on her ult and 100,000 on her E. Keep in mind, this wasn't a whale. He might have had the S Lycone, like the 5-star Lycone for her, but he only had one copy of her, just like I do. As for skills, I believe he had everything at around 7 or 9 around there. But he had Lucy absolutely... Actually, no, I think his skills were at 7 here. So even less. So he had this exact Lucy, but with a better W engine and some disk drives. And she was hitting for 500k. I saw a Shiyu Defense 8 boss get half his health bar deleted by a support character. A 4-star support character, right? So, I say this to say, don't hate the whales. Try to look at it from their perspective, right? A lot of people don't do this these days. Like, I feel like people have lost the art of understanding where another person coming from. When your priority isn't money, it's enjoyment in life. And if enjoyment in life comes in being able to clear content easier, or being able to do more damage in a game they love, which, yes, that happens often. That's why content creators exist and all these gamers exist, like all these people who make YouTube videos. It's because they wanted to make jobs out of something they enjoy. They make a lot of money and they continue to play games because they love games. It's the same with these whales, right? They're just not content creators. They're already financially stable. And I want to say thank you, whales, thank you. Not in Genshin, fuck all the whales in Genshin, because it clearly wasn't enough, because Genshin just keeps fucking pumping out horrible fucking banners and updates over and over and over again. But in Honkai Star Rail, at least, I'd say it's pretty decent, considering 75-25 weapon banner, and they give a lot better rewards, and we'll see how ZZZ goes down the line with how many rewards you can get each patch, right? So yeah, have a good day, have a good night, peace.